Nothing. 10% skill. This game requires no skill. It makes me sad. Chess requires skill because, you know, everything matters, but here, barely any skill. And it's the most chess-like auto battler there is on the market. But they just designed it really badly. They could fix it. They just haven't done it yet. I taught no, not just Rhino Push in general. Is what every single person does. They build 2 units and they tech 2 units, and that's it. That's all they do. That's their composition, which is not good for the game. Not healthy for the game, I should say. It's always been like that since game release. Name any meta that plays like just pure carry. It's always 2 units every time. Fang Fort. What was before that? Fang Hacker, Tank that, Wraith support. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, because it's not hard to get there. It's not hard at all to get to the top. That's because they don't have skill in the game. If you implement skill, a skill type of scenario, then you're going to see a big difference in player gaps. Until then, they won't. Like, sure, a smaller population makes it a little harder, but when you could just copy a build and do well, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign of a healthy game. Or one that's going to be super successful. I now want the game to be super successful. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this. Like, I got my Twitch page that's just this. I got YouTube that's just this. Game dies, then there goes thousands upon hours of my time down the drain because of something they could have made better and chose not to. I really do hope they go that way. I really, really hope. A rock, paper, scissors type of thing is not fun. I don't know what their intent is, that's the problem. That's what scares me the most. Maybe their intent is to eventually go that way, but it might actually be good when they release the FFA. That'll force that kind of stuff, an actual composition type of playstyle. No more rock, paper, scissors at that point. But I don't know, till then, man. You know, I don't know. At least at the high level, it's not so bad. At least at the high level, it's actual compositions. That's why I have an easier time beating the higher ups. And I do lower downs. It's crazy. It's crazy how little skill matters. I wonder if he's gonna War Factory me. I know he likes War Factory. Damn, we got a lot of spectators too. I should get storms. My first storm hits double here. The way he has that positioned. Cleaning up a lot easier. Oh, he's definitely gonna go factories. I guess what I'm trying to say is tech is too strong in the game. I think all tech should be decreased. Like, it's too advantage just to spam tech over an actual unit composition. Like, I think tech should have a role like the cards have a role, you know what I mean? They could be decent, but they don't carry you. They should just like influence the outcome a little bit. You know, just give you that little pitch, but as is, it's what actually wins the game. Which is not a skill thing. The Gamrock brought up a good point the other day when we were talking. He thinks every tech should at least have a penalty of some sort to it, on top of being just good. That way there's actual deviation and at least you get punished for going crazy. That's his solve. My solve is just don't give it 200 to go next. Go make it like 400 to 500. But I do like the whole penalty thing too. That sounds pretty good. We were actually theory crafting what penalties could be for like heavy armor, right? Your unit's heavier, tankier, so it should have like a really slow movement speed. Slower moving. Warp Drive should automatically have a summoning sickness, no matter where you go. Oh, it would be impossible to do my factory build, but at least it. Like, my point is, you shouldn't have all tech that equal each other, like complement each other. You should have a nice mix of offense and defense for different types of games and compositions, right? So you can't just go everything. So like most units only have one and maybe two tech late game at most, right? And you pick and choose which one's better for the situation you're currently in. Versus, oh, I just tech all these because they all go perfectly together. I guess boss is a bad example, but you know what I mean. Oh, he's actually going Vulcan build. Interesting. I was not expecting him to do that. Like, the start of the game is probably the best part of the game because it's the only time there's actual diversity. It's where the game lacks is late game. Like, it has a terrible late game. Yeah, like, I like the whole option of 4 because it gives you choices, right? But like, if you need to be like defensive, you have a chance, and if you want them to be more offensive for that specific game, it could. But you can't have everything, right? That's where the skill's gonna come in at that point in the game. We won't get anti-air until he gets more phoenixes. So far, the only skillful thing in the game, as it currently is positioning. That's it. That's the only thing that requires a little bit of skill. I guess technically, outsmarting your opponent is another skill, like knowing what he's going to do type of thing, but that one matters very little, because it's pretty obvious half the time. just one way to go about it, pretty much. One more shot. Nice. Can we get shields? Nice. It's really good for us. But right now I'm liking, that's why I like the Vulcan build. I don't practice it enough, but I really enjoy the Vulcan build because it actually does implement that strategy, or a nice rounded complement. It doesn't go crazy on tech. That's why my counter is the same thing, which is beautiful. It's well rounded. And I'm really happy that this is doing super well against those carry types. And those carry types are whining about it, but this is a good thing for the game. Alright, they should level soon, so we'll be able to get some levels on them. Should go to phase 2 though. Now we should be on the other side of the tower. This is a really good build against the Vulcan build. Keeps them on their toes. Oh, the game would be crazy. Like it'd be like it is right now, right? That's how it is right now. We're well diverse. There is no carry right now. Every round I played a new unit just to beat his next new unit. Right? Because I knew most of the time they'll go Melter at this point, so I countered by just going Wasp instead. Look how effective that was. Like it wasn't just I overwhelm you with tech in one unit. It makes such a better game to watch too. It's all around better for the game. On a competitive scenery anyways. Right now, so he has to deal with the Mustang or the Wasp now, right? He can't just hard counter me. It's impossible right now. Barrier maybe? Barrier could be good. Oh, they didn't get a level. That's unfortunate. I guess I could go more tanks too. A few more tanks. Just to distract them. Tanks do pretty good against chaff too. Stalling with the Vulcan? Interesting. He's going his own Wasp to counter my Wasp, I guess. He's in for a surprise with the boats. Oof, was not expecting that. Okay. Definitely need shields now. At least. Really? Still caused fire on the ground even though my shield absorbed all of it? Well, let's see. What's better, range or... Yeah, I guess range is better. Fortune's got a level. Still gonna win the round. just continue with boats at this point. I think tanks would still be good here. The problem is it's fire now. Oh. Okay, okay. I know how to deal with the wasps. I haven't teched you guys yet. So that's a cheap tech. We'll just get more boats. Don't need to level you guys up. You guys are just there for that. Not rocket punching or anything. Anti-missile's gonna do great against these wasps. And he's teched more into them. So even with just 2, it should do fairly well. They lived long enough. Mine spawn is just fodder. Good for his volleys. I might have to do something with the chaff though if I use this round. Oh yeah, look at those missiles, man. Did great. Alright, another volley. All his air is pretty much dead. I think he gets to live. Needs to kill my last giant though. The giants live. Oh no, I got another one there. I didn't see. Okay, now she. And that's why you don't Vulcan me. I got a build for it. It works very well. I lead them by the hand.